Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Deep Cuts Reactions, and my name's Greg. And I'm going to play some more Tim Minchin. I really do like this guy. And, it was cool. I had played a song yesterday by Missy Higgins, Carry You, and didn't realize it was from this TV show, Upright. And so somebody was telling me about it, and I was hoping that maybe I could watch the TV show, because it's got Tim Minchin in it as an actor. And I just thought that was too cool for words. So I'm trying to chase it down, and no, all I can get are clips. But the little clips that I saw were really cool. So I don't know. I would like to see it, but it's one of those deals where, yeah, I could, but I've got to pay for it, and I don't pay for jack shit. As a matter of fact, it was so funny. Talk about being a dinosaur, man. I was in Walmart, and I've got all these music files up here on the computer. Uh, from all these different places, from the public library to the Internet Archive, which for a long time had full albums that you could download and everything, along with every other type of media and information you could imagine. But the companies eventually made them remove it, but they had it up there for years. And so I downloaded, oh God, man, just album after album after album. They had the complete collection of all the studio Led Zeppelin albums. They just had a bunch of stuff. So I've got like a gig of music there or something. And so I'm thinking, well, the radio doesn't work in my car, which frustrates the hell out of me. So, maybe I could, satisfy myself with the MP3 player and, you know, uh, download all the music to that. Well, I go to Walmart and ask about an MP3 player, thinking, yeah, it won't cost me much, get a little cheap one, and they don't make them anymore. It's just, like I say, it's gone. I'm a dinosaur. But so I guess people put all that stuff on their phone. But I guess that means I've got to find a program to download all that stuff off my computer, and then I've got to find a program to play it. And it just seems like a hassle. I don't know about all these different apps and shit. It's like I say, I'm a dinosaur, and just I don't know. It just doesn't hardly seem worth it. So anyway, like I say, I'm going to play some Tim Minchin here, and I thought this might be fun. Somebody was telling me about this. It's Rock and Roll Nerd, which I can relate to. And I love Tim Minchin. One of the things about it is he doesn't give a shit about his hair, which, as you can see, I obviously don't either. And I don't know. I just really like him, and his stage persona doesn't seem, or his music persona doesn't seem to be any different than his real personality, from what I can tell. So I don't know. I just think it's cool. So let's listen to Rock and Roll Nerd.
He doesn't have a problem with drugs, he just doesn't get them. He's fine that his mates have tattoos, but he thinks they'll regret them. He likes going to pubs, but he hates it when the music's too loud. He tends not to go to rock concerts, 'cause he can't stand the crowds. But all he's ever wanted to be is a rock star on Rage or MTV. But he knows that it's not fucking likely. He just turned 30. He knows that he will always be a rock and roll nerd. He'll keep writing songs the world will never hear, and though they won't be heard, he'll just keep writing. Oh yeah, but you see, the problem is he always dreamt of being a star, but he learned piano instead of guitar, which in the 90s didn't get you very far. So while the other kids were learning Stairway, he was the piano to their forte. But he was convinced one day he'd rock their fucking asses, be an icon for the disenfranchised masses, grow his hair long and rebel against the state. But just for now that'd have to wait, 'cause he's running late for his morning classes, and he will always be a rock and roll nerd. He'll keep playing gigs that no one knows about, and though it sounds absurd, he'll just keep playing. Oh yeah, but you see the problem is there's not much depth in what he's singing. He's a victim of his upper middle class upbringing, so he can't write about the hood or bling bling. So he sits and imagines his girlfriend is dead, to try and evoke some angst in his middle class head. But the bitch is always fine at 9:30 when they go to bed. And he's not spent a single night in prison. He has no issues with nutrition. He has no drinking problem and no drug addiction, unless you count the drugs they put in chicken. And marijuana always tends to make him cough. He doesn't look good with his t-shirt off, and when he tries to act tough, you can tell he's tricking. Go out late, popping pills and having fun. He goes home and showers and gets a good 8 hours. He gets his thrills from his morning run, and while his mates all go on dates, taking speed and drinking cans of Jim Beam, he stays home and cooks, curls up with the book with the girl he's had since he was 17. 'Cause he's never really been part of the scene. Give him Guns N' Roses, he'll take Queen. He's more into Beatles than the Stones. He's more Stevie Wonder than Ramones. And he's never owned a panel van. He never shot a Pantera fan. He doesn't know the difference between metal and thrash. He couldn't tell you nothing about Axl and Slash. He likes Ben Folds and the Jackson 5. He knows all the words to Stayin' Alive. And though he wants to be all grungy and cool, he spent 11 years at a private school. So it don't matter how he tries, he cannot hide behind his rock and roll lies. 'Cause you've either got it or you don't. Yeah, you'll either rock it or you won't. You've either got it or you don't. Rock it or you won't. You've either got it or you don't. He knows that his music lacks depth, but it just can't be helped. He has nothing interesting to say, so he writes about himself. But he doesn't want to seem self-obsessed, so he writes in third person. In an attempt to seem more rock and roll, but he suspects it's not working. And deep in his heart he knows that he'll never be Silverchair or Eskimo Joe. And even if he was quite pretty with small pants like Kylie, he knows that he will always be a rock and roll nerd. He'll keep writing songs the world don't care about. And though it sounds absurd, he'll just keep writing. Oh yeah, 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 you can criticize him, but he won't care, 'cause he wants to rock, and he will never be deterred. But he'll always be a fucked up little try-hard wannabe rock and roll nerd. Rock and roll nerd.
I wish that had extended just a little bit more. That was great. I gotta ask you, how much of that might have been or autobiographical? Uh, it just seems like it was, except the writing, because his writing's really deep, But uh, I don't know. I just got that feeling from it, and I don't know if that has anything to do with reality, but that's just how it seemed. But he is just, I don't know, man. The guy is something else. There's nobody like him. There's nobody else doing stuff like that, and his lyrics are just so intelligent. Everything he does is just so intelligent. And oh my God, like I said, I watched a clip of that TV show, and it was brilliant from what I could see. Just the little tiny bit that I saw, it looked really good. So I don't know. He's an interesting character. So I will be back in a minute, and hit like, subscribe, and all that. And we'll see you all then. Bye bye.